the show, basically what I'm just going to tell you guys about today is like what it's like out there, the places we're going to go, the species of shark we're going to look at, but more importantly how to deal with the sharks. Has anyone here freedivers gone on sharks before? Good, so that's our experience, but I'm just going to reiterate a few points. Basically what happens out here is we've got the shoal, a couple kilometers offshore. It's a reef system, as you can see on the board up here, which basically a lot of sharks just congregate along. What we're going to do is go out on rubber ducks, bait the water, get the sharks to come around and jump in with them. The main sharks we're going to get when we do that is the black tip sharks at the moment and the dusky sharks. In the summertime also though, we get the tiger sharks, the zimbies and the other sharks and mantoids and all that kind of stuff. So basically what's going to happen when we put the bait drum in is it's a big float, goes down to the chain with a big bait ball of 5 meters. We do also have a deeper one, but we'll probably just use the 5 meter one. Basically all the sharks congregate around that area. And just like back home, we've got a chum slick. Basically we want to stay either side of the chum slick. So we don't want to be sitting in the chum slick because then the sharks will be more aggressive in that area. So if we sit on either sides of it, we're totally fine. A couple of things to remember when we're in the water with these sharks, they're reef sharks, so they're quite hyperactive, but they're very tame. And they eat fish is what we're going to remember. So you obviously, once you get in the water, they don't make anything, you don't make anything on the fish, so the shark is not interested in you immediately. The only thing you need to worry about is pieces of you that look like fish, which is specifically your hands, and if you have a camera on you. Okay, so what we need to do when we're in the water there is basically 3 simple rules. Firstly, we don't splash around on the surface when we get in. You don't freak out or you don't sit there panicking. It's all about being nice and calm on the surface. This works well without freediving because we're going to be on the surface trying to breathe up and be calm and all that anyway. Okay? So I mean, you have to make a big deal to splash to get injuries, but trust me, you'll see if you do this, they will come in and be injuries. The second thing is when you're in the water and you're swimming around, people don't just do this to look good when you're freediving, it's also to keep your hands into your body. Okay, so you can go like this, hold your weight belt, do whatever. Basically, we don't want you swimming around like this. Okay? You have flippers for a reason, so you don't have to use your hands. Okay? If you're going like this, your little white hands, arms or hands will look like a sardine or a shark. They may just mistake it, trying to have a go at it, okay? So just try and keep your hands in. I mean, it's not a big deal. Sometimes you put your hand up to touch someone or whatever. It doesn't matter, okay? But just don't be sitting in the water going like this, okay? Same thing would happen if you took your flippers off. Don't hopefully you want to do that in the water. And the third thing is when we're using cameras. You don't want to be a tourist like this, okay? Because you'll see the sharks like you see with the GoPro on the boat. They're interested in electrical things. So when we take pictures that are close to the bottom like this. Okay? Basically because again it's a shiny thing as well, it could be mistaken. You'll see an organized chaos, I'll say, around the jumbo with the sharks. Depending on how many we have, it could be 10, 50, but they're just circling the ball. Myself and the guides, we go down there, pulling sardines out every now and then to get the sharks to come back in. No one else is to touch the chum hole. No one else is to try and get near the chum hole. Because basically the closer you go to their source of interest, the more conflict situation you can have. But it's super fun out there, it's super harmless, as long as you follow the simple guidelines. Okay? And they're very simple. Stay with sight to the chum slick, which you'll be able to see because you can see all the fish cells going through the water. And basically just look at the guides, what we're telling you, you over there, you over this way, you know. If you are on scuba at some stage, we'll be like, yo, come up to 5. Like, you don't want to sit down deep on scuba. The other main rule I want to go over is that we're going out there to free dive. To start with, I really want you to maximize your time free diving because we will have your main dive in the afternoon. Feel free though if you want, if a species of shark came down that was deeper than a tiger shark usually does, this time you probably won't get that. But if you wanted to scuba dive, you just go down and sit 5 meters and the air will last like 2 hours, you know. But basically if you use air there, it's the less air you can have when you go to the reef. And it would be really cool if we actually all had the same amount of air on the reef, because it's an amazing dive. So what we'll do is we'll get out there, we drift with the buoy, we don't anchor, we just drift with the boat, and it'll be circling around, so if you come up and you need help, just put your hand up, they'll come over, you can jump in there, have a drink, have some food to eat, rest, because it is quite tiring freediving. But basically we'll be out there for about 3, maybe 4 hours freediving. So just pace yourself, and then we'll sit on the boat, have a little bit of lunch, drive around, look at the sights, and then go to the reggae dive. Cool? Any questions? Everyone's good? Alright, sweet. Cheers.